All right, how about now?
Can you hear me out there, people?
So
How's the sound now? I'll just put a comment.
Yep, just going to drop that in there now. I'm still getting similar indications I was before, but I have done a quick change. There we are. Beautiful. Can hear myself. There we are. All right, so we had no sound to start. Sorry, everyone. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. I didn't change anything. I just clicked the button on and off, but it must have reset it. So I guess we need to say all that again.
Yeah, say what we were saying. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. So we're in Cabramatta, and as you can see by the umbrella sitting there next in front of us, that's Carl Healy holding that. It is a shocking day out there today. Really horrible. All those guys out there will be soaked. We've had a bit of luck here, and maybe some wisdom, and we're seeing a game between Jim Lucy, Rick Lucy, Ben Moorthorpe and Gary Willis against Jesse Cattell, Beau Prideaux, Nick Cahill and Carl Healy. I'm Benny Two Shoes. Next to me is Peter Dive.
How you going, Two Shoes? Yeah, we've been very fortunate this morning. It's good heavy. Well, what would you call a heavy drizzle? Probably.
Yeah.
It's a good shower of rain. It's been constant since this morning, since we've been here. So, thanks, Bowie. Out the way.
Good man.
We've changed it around a bit. We've got where we saw the table. Carl Healy up on top and Gary around about 8th. We'll have a look at that after this end again for everybody, and we'll go through it.
It's all queued up, ready to go.
Yeah, but the big incentive here this morning is Carl Healy's team. They're the only undefeated side and first. And we had a Grandviews tournament here about 4 weeks ago, as Gary Willis just holding on, probably counting again. Looks like he has. They won that tournament, Carl Healy's team over there. So if they win this, they get an extra $2,000 as an incentive, both between the Cabramatta and the Grandviews team. So that should be an excellent incentive there for Carl, as he's trailed the jack and could be one down, I'd say. Yes, he is.
Carl this morning rocking the Jackaroos jacket and putting a bit of flex on the rest of the team. So it's nice.
Definitely.
But yeah, as you'll see on the table, Carl Healy, while he's undefeated, his win-loss margin is not great. He's for and against. Is 49. So if he loses a game, Lee Schreiner has the possibility of jumping him. If he wins all his games too with a margin of 62, you'll see that shortly when as they cross. I've got the camera set up under some umbrellas here, wonderfully actually. You're very well set up for that, so we shouldn't have a problem with wet.
Also, the players were, and yourself and Benny Moorthorpe, who's also playing in this game, they were all happy to have another game on the TV rink. This game was scheduled for rink 17, 2 across, but because of the importance of it, the players have agreed to play on the show rink. But it's on a different rink than it was. It's actually gone closer to the ditch than we've been playing. So they've moved it around a bit.
It looks like they shifted it one line, judging by where I had to set my cameras up.
And we're going to do that. Try to do that for this afternoon's last match, round 8. We're going to have a look at the draw and to see who actually is in that draw. It looks like Carl Healy could get down to the jack. Can he get the jack? He has. Brilliant shot, Carl Healy.
And that's back to Jesse Cattell's white bowl there. Familiar with that from when we were broadcasting these guys the other day.
And that's 3 shots.
All right, I'll push that graphic up while I sort the scorecard out.
And there we go. So, as Two Shoes was saying, Carl Healy's on 12 points, undefeated, the only team with 49. Lee Schreiner, we had what we called it yesterday, moving day. So,
moving day, yep.
Rounds 4, 5 and 6, you can see that those 2 top teams have had a win, all 3 wins. And you can see there Gary Willis down there about, 8th position. Unfortunately, Gary's had a couple of draws, which really helped. It's hard against the teams when you're going wins plus margins, but he had a 3-shot loss yesterday afternoon. So, big game for Gary as well.
Exactly right, mate. So I'll pull that off there. So watch Jesse Cattell's first bowl come down. The guys have jumped off the line, which is nice of them.
Yeah, that's like we see.
Now, she had an absolutely magnificent game when we watched her the first time in lead. She brilliant at the start, probably dropped off a little, but not by any means terrible, but dropped off a little at the end. And today should be just as interesting. We'll see how she goes in the rain.
Yep. It's a little bit harder when you're playing, they've had a couple of mil overnight as well here at Cabramatta, so gets a bit harder as a lead bowler. You've got to stay positive, and you don't want to be. You're drawing to a. You're only just trying to draw, so you don't want to try to be there. And that's the problem you have sometimes when you're drawing as a lead. Can drop that metre and a half short, because you're trying to dead draw to the jack on a slower green. Jimmy Lucy was in our zone 12 over 60 side earlier this year, so goes all right. You could call him nearly the professional lead, Jim.
Yeah, some people work their way into that position and love it. And there's my, speaking of that, there's my uncle Gus, Steve Crick's Delightus here. He's a professional lead. He loves that lead position.
Where does that name come from? Your surname? Where does it come
it's
from?
Lithuanian.
Lithuanian?
Of all things, yeah.
Wow.
Northern Europeans, blue eyes, usually blonde hair.
Bowie, just that, like we said, that metre short. Now, I believe you've got, the rookie pairs and the rookie singles on next weekend?
That's it. That's our next gig. So I'll be heading up there next week, up to Raymond Terrace with Andrew Lynn. Hopefully I'll get him on some commentary as well. Everyone's missing his voice. That's some of the feedback I'm getting.
Well, jeez. Missing Andrew's voice.
Yeah.
Wow. I must be not doing a good job there.
No, you're doing all right. Steve's there saying we're descended from Vikings. More like Teutonic Knights, I think, Steve.
Oh, well. I suppose you can't beat the pros in Andrew Lynn.
Well, he's been around a while, buddy. He's 26 years, I think, with the organisation. It's a long time.
Yeah, well. I'll come in as the substitute, eh?
Yep. If you're up that way, jump on, mate. Come and tap me on the shoulder. And anyone up there at Rookies, if you have some time and you want to have a go, come and tap me on the shoulder. I love talking about bowls with everyone. So bring it on. We love the citizen commentary, so to speak, and the stories everyone has about bowls and their different knowledge sets. I think that was one of the things that really shined out from Zone 7 over the last 2 weekends. Oh, another set of orange bowls. This is going to be confusing for us, mate.
Oh, not really.
No, you happy?
Yeah, all orange is the Lucy's. And
of course, yep.
I was going to say about the Rick Lucy. He's the defending pairs rookies champion.
There you go. Wonderful segue in there. Yeah, he's that's a big deal and a good comp. From what I know, I never made it very far in that competition, but
well, he has won it. I'm pretty sure he's the defending champions.
Oh, can he defend a rookies championship?
No, I don't think so.
I think it might be one of the rare ones.
Yeah.
You can't come back to.
There's me. Carl Healy's team will be holding 2 here, so probably a little bit of weight.
Well, they lined up for weight.
For Benny. Could get both, actually. Get the edge of one or
run through a bit.
Yep.
Oh, a little too far, but there goes one. Then, of course, is the greenkeeper here. Responsible for... actually, he's doing a lot of the organising too, by the way. He runs out off the rink and straight on behind the computer, by the way. But, yeah, responsible for these really spectacular greens. Running like this in the wet is absolutely amazing. Rain does look like it's died down a bit, by the way. Still umbrellas out there, but...
Oh, I think Carl had an umbrella up there if it was spitting.
It's funny, someone else said that downstairs too. I think it was Bailey Meddy. So speaking of the rookies, one of my great mates, Leanne Darcy, is heading up there for that one from the south coast. I'm really excited for that. She's very excited. Well supported there by the St George's Basin Bowling Club.
Gary having a really long look at the head just there. Asking Ben just to try to see if he can draw underneath. He's a bit wide. Still, it's all right. Covers a little bit of backward there.
Mm-hmm. So the high five or the low five, the players are trying to give each other there, but Carl's umbrella getting in the way, so they have to reach right out. That's
very
pretty
much
amusing.
so.
I've not done. That's okay. We'll move across a little bit. There we are. That's more square.
Must have a bit of gel or something in his hair this morning. Carl doesn't want to get into that.
You can see the bright yellow jacket there hanging over the bench at the back. And the wonderful umbrellas brought down by, provided by Cabramatta. I'm going to have to buy a couple myself. They're working really well to keep these cameras dry.
I'm sure Bowls New South Wales can buy a couple.
I think we've got some branded ones. I'll have to start carrying them around. Look at this. Carl Healy, little slide off the front. Holding a couple.
Trail of Jackie is going to be good. Back to about 5 o'clock. There's Betty Moorthorpe's bowl for Gary. And he's up. Just not quite the weight was okay, just not the line.
But look at the turn they're getting even on a wet green, and that's the narrow hand you said now on the ditch side. So
yeah.
We'll see what happens. It is still a little drizzly out there. I can see some rain just falling across. Paul Butler, comment in the text line there saying he's not insinuating anything, but too much water can make dye run.
Truth. Well, he's either got the positive draw like he did last time, where he goes for all 3 bowls. All 3 bowls could go on the drive. He's 3 down. He's a touch wider.
Tell you what, that's turning, not stopping, not hitting jack. Another 3.
Yep, shot out of the blocks.
Yeah, they certainly come here with a bit of maybe a point to prove, and they've had a word to each other this morning. Said, "Let's go, fire each other up."
Well, a big day. You know, you're leading the competition, $25,000 comp. You got a $2,000 extra incentive on top of that. So, big day for Carl Healy's team.
That's good. That lean on that camera's getting worse. Sorry, there's not much I can do about that, but actually
looks good to me.
that would
I'm still
lean to the
recovering.
right. Are you ready for this, Peter?
What's that?
Have a look down there on the top of that box and say
Here
hi.
we are. Here we are. How
Hi
are we
everyone.
all?
So I managed to get that camera working last night, and it's sitting here in front. And there's our beautiful boardroom where we're all set up. It's a good place, good, nice, warm place out of the rain, mate.
Well, there's no way that I'd like to be downstairs in the rain. So I've done it before, and there's no way I'd like to be down there. So definitely not. The showers are getting heavier again.
Yeah, you can really see that on the camera, can't you? I'm looking at the other one as well. Very unpleasant. I'd go and fix that camera, but speaking of dye running, I want to show off my greys. Jessica Tell just running back there, crossed the first one, fixed the line, and ran a bit long. Peter Hancock from Worcestershire in England. Welcome.
Yeah, looks like English weather here today.
Yeah, I reckon. Barry Boyd Dumbrell. G'day, mate, and happy. Good to see you on the coverage, mate. You'll be busy as anything. I heard you're doing some boxing soon, so that'll be fun for you. I'm jealous of that. That'd be great.
Like Johnny Tapp, I don't age. Yeah. I've been told I'm in my mid-40s. Yeah, I love people when they tell me I'm in my mid-40s.
I would have picked you as mid-40s. I would have picked you about the same age as me. There you go.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, no, mate, I'm nearly 57.
Wow, oi. Oh, you're doing very well then.
Nearly 57. I'm a couple of years away and I can play over 60s. Holding one here, Team Willis. And Rick just trying to drop. Still plenty of turn on the green that's just out. Plenty of turn on the green. It's probably dropped 2 or 3 seconds from what we were watching on the first day.
Well, you look at this camera, it looks downhill from that side.
Yeah,
so
it's all right. It's all good.
No, I'm not particularly stressed. Like I said, I'm not going to go out and fix it, guys. I do apologise. That one's short. They're still adjusting. It's still early in this game and very different conditions to what we're playing in. Yesterday we did have those showers go across, but it's not like it is now. The ground is genuinely soaked. But it's still turning. I think that's wonderful. Great effort by Ben Moorthorpe and his team.
Yeah, he's probably, if it falls, yeah, that'll be second shot. Well done, Rick.
Yeah, it's getting heavy out there now, isn't it? Yeah, look at the water falling.
Well, we're lucky we've got the cameras, that's all I can say. Wouldn't be surprised if we don't see a little bit of, it's quite heavy, a bit of surface water soon, especially around the ditches.
Yeah, right where that bowl is, just at that second as it started turning, I think there's a little spot where the players always stand, as is usual on these screens, especially when they get heavy use like this in damp conditions. You can get thinner patches, and water will pool in there, make things a bit funny. Now, something's just come up on here. Speaking of ages of people, Zoe Nichols, one of the New South Wales, one of my favourite people in New South Wales bowls, by the way, is turning 18 today. So happy birthday to you, Zoe, Mentos girl.
Well, Aaron Wilson is 32 today as well.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
Disco, he's out there.
Nick Cale, a bit tighter. Has he got the weight to get to the jack? It looks very, very close.
Just, not getting that finish, are we?
No, not the finish of the last couple of days. Touch it. Came under his first bowl here, Benny Moorthorpe.
Deanne Trevor saying she can't see the bowls when the comments are covering the bowls. Use a lighter background. Deanne, that's a setting on your computer, not mine, mate.
Yep, definitely. You might have the sound right down as well, and the captions come on when you've got the sound right down.
So YouTube is up and running. I'll put the link in there as the first comment you'll see. I'll pin that anyway. Once again, don't click on any links that aren't from us. Don't click on anything that comes from, anywhere that's asking you for money, because we don't ask for it. This is all a service provided free by Bowls New South Wales, and anyone else doing it's just trying to scam you. So, interesting head here. Looks like Team Willis. He talked about the orange bowls.
Yep.
Holding 3, I'd say.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Bright yellow of Carl Healy coming around on that, the ditch side. Oh, there it is. That's the shot.
Great shot. Morning, Lee Stinson. I hope you're well, mate. Sitting back in the office. Hope I'm doing a good job for you, pal.
Yeah, he's had a busy week, Lee. Works hard, that man. They've had some, lots of things going on in the office at the moment with the lead up to this and calendar sorting out for next year and organisation, all sorts of things.
A little trail of the jack here for Gary would be fantastic. Any part of the jack? Well, there's no luck going for Team Willis this morning.
Yeah, it was close. One of the things I've spoken about in my own game is I get a case of the nearly theirs. So I'm nearly hit that, and I nearly touched this, I nearly got shot on here, and first couple of ends here Gary Willis seems to be that guy. Just put this in so you can see all the bowls at the back. Not that Carl Hill is going to run through. He'll just try to draw another one.
Just a touch wide here by Carl. Oh, he wasn't wide. He was just a touch heavy, but it's in a great home.
Yeah, for movement for what Gary looks like he's trying to do here. He's lining up on the same side again.
Any touch of the jack, slicing it to the left. Going to be a couple. I think he's a touch wider, though.
Yeah, it's not coming back from there.
No. And that's one more to Team Healy. And they now race out to 7-0 after 3. And if it's the first time you've ever joined us, it's a Cabramatta Golden Fours. It's 8 games of 15 ends. There's no dead ends. It's a respot on the tee. We're into round 7. And Carl's team is the only team that's undefeated so far in the competition. 24 teams have entered. It's a Tier 3 competition as well, so points, you explained that the other day, shoes.
That's right. So any competition over, I think it was, last time I looked, it was $3,000 in prize money, qualifies for tiering and points for... for the players there. So it costs about $68 or $69 or something like that. And the great Lucas Protopappas down in Victoria looks after all the rankings. So the ranking point's very important to these players. You want to attract big players to your club, that's the way to do it.
Yeah. It's only in its inaugural year, so I'm sure this competition will only grow more and more in the coming years.
Yeah, I was looking at that yesterday because I was curious about where the golden comes from. On the boards out the front, there's the Liverpool Golden Fours competition. So that's from back in the 90s.
Yeah, it used to be, Liverpool City.
Yeah, so
it used to be a very, very strong club around here.
So potentially that's maybe just growing from that and grabbing the name from that because... There you go. Karen moving forward asking if there's an online draw. Not for this one. I'll encourage them to use BowlsLink next time and we'll be able to see all these things.
There's some of the things that we can do going forward, isn't it, for the tournament, BK?
That's right. I'll move it on and maybe even some live scoring, but that might take a bit more convincing, but it's really handy. You get to see the cards, you get to see the whole lot. It's a brilliant little system. Probably the best thing in BowlsLink right now, actually. In my opinion, look at this shot here. That's good great lead bowling, except for the first bowl. That's very good, very good lead bowling. A couple of metres short wasn't good, but running to the tee now, which seems to be the Team Healy standard, tee to tee.
It sorts some men out from the boys or the girls from the ladies, I suppose you can call it.
Yeah, exactly right.
So we got Jess is playing, but some of the high-profile players, I'll go tee to tee. They practice it a lot, they play it a lot, but they also, I think on when the green's running slower, they go tee to tee. So
yeah, I was told by someone back in the day in I think it was at the in the seniors test we had at Warilla that Wayne Turley likes to go tee to tee no matter what, or at least put the jack on the tee no matter where the mat goes. And he says because that's what he practices, and he can draw to the tee better than anyone else, is what his theory on that is.
Yeah, we've got a player at St John's Park that does the same. I won't mention the person's name, but they do exactly the same. They play a lot tee to tee. Two excellent bowls there by Beau Prideaux.
Once again, that name, I love that name. Makes me very happy to say it.
Bit tighter here, Rick. How's his weight? Yeah, a little bit shy. There's a nice forehand here for Nick. And Nick Cahill being the new bowls coordinator for Cabramatta in the new year.
And a huge pickup using the what were they called? Cosmics, I think. Aero Cosmic. They were these things are ultra wide turning bowl. Probably suit this green at the moment really nicely.
Perfect weight for the shot that he was asked.
Exactly right. And those 4 colours really confuse people, give people a headache as they run down.
They're all right.
Yeah, I like them too.
I like it when they're going quick, when they're driving.
Little blurs into one.
Yeah. It skates across the green. Just needing to drop here, Benny Moorthorpe. You can drop underneath that. Oh, that's a great shot. Brilliant shot there, Benny.
Second shot, definitely.
No.
Might
be just out, but it's in a great spot for if the jack moves.
My apologies, I didn't look at the front one. It beats that back one, I think, just on the angle, but... Yeah.
Same weight here for Nick.
Yeah, running after it. Do you think he'll run short?
No, he's put weight onto it.
Yep.
He just likes it. Might get the... Whatever. Oh, he's got the goal. No.
Oh, it's open now for Carl.
Yeah.
So that's a brilliant shot. Got a bit of love in the front, but they played the right weight into the head. Luck begins at the head, as someone said yesterday. And Clayton Parker here saying that Lee Schrein is the master of ditch to ditch. No one better.
Another one. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, you get a pretty good argument, mate. You're not going to have many people arguing with you. He's the New South Wales Bowler of the Year.
No, he does play a lot of ditch to ditch. Or T to T, I should say.
T to T, yeah.
It's T to T, state selector, Clayton Parker. Not ditch to ditch. You don't want to get Andrew Lynn offside.
Who could?
Plenty of people. Well, Carl could play, sit and stay. He's got a couple of bowls behind, trail. He's got a lot of advantages here with this bowl. He can come off the inside edge of Nick's. Got onto the shot bowl. Turn the shot bowl over. That bowl over. There you go. That's what he's done. Mate, possibly two. Definitely one. Yeah, it's two.
Well, he's on fire this morning. No, there's no other way to put it. In the conditions, he's either converted or built on every end so far, all three ends.
Yeah, well, the first end he was down and he made three, and then last end he was down three and he's made shot. So and Gary's just missed again. So
Oh, jeez.
yeah, I know it's a technicality, isn't it, Clay? Really. He's probably sitting back there. Any fishing this morning? Flathead Whisperer. He's not liking this one, Carl, as much. He wouldn't want to get onto the orange. Turn that over. Well, there's the luck. It's going a little bit either way at the moment. Gary's had a couple of bowls coming down that's just missing the jack, and you know half a bowl more, and Carl's turning that orange bowl in for shot. So a bit tighter here, Gary.
Yeah.
It's gone. It's definitely one. You have a look around. The mediator, it's out. Or you can call it the lie detector.
Yep. Didn't even do the little dance around the head as they often do.
We'll call it the mediator. Settles all arguments. These two.
Well, we asserting some dominance here.
Yeah, well, we can't even go to a tennis score. 9-love. 9-love after 4.
Back on the lean, which is going to drive me nuts all day, but it won't affect the coverage. But
if everybody's out there watching and they've got their TV, just tilt it to a little bit so they can make it straight. Or tilt your phones. No, somebody bumped into it as we went out the coverage. That's what happened.
it's definitely what happened. It was straight. Well, you saw I went out to adjust it the first time because it was just off centre. And I fixed the level up and it looks like it's drifting. Actually, looks like it's getting worse. So we'll have to, between games, I'll go down and fix that. But right now,
all right.
Well done, Jesse Cattell. Can play this young lady.
Hope you don't mind that. Just get that auto score going.
Yeah, same problem as yesterday, but that's all right. It'll either work and I'll just keep updating it. Well, you can keep reminding me. That'll be good.
That's all right. That's what teamwork's all about.
And Clayton Parker saying, how could you go fishing when we're putting on such a good show? Thanks for that, Clayton. That's good. Lovely thing for you to say, mate. But I don't know about fishing in this weather either, frankly, if you're in Sydney.
Oh, if there's a chance in here to go fishing, he's out there. He's the master of lure fishing, soft plastics.
Oh, I love soft plastics. Love
Yep.
the way they work.
Great shot.
Well done, Jess.
Always seems to catch a flathead. or a brim. I call him the flathead whisperer. Never misses.
Yeah, I love chasing flathead on soft plastics around St George's Basin. St George's Basin, one of the great flathead fishing areas if you're around that area. Get down there with your rod, but I'm taking your advice and going to pack my rod for the next few trips I've got, as you said the other day.
Definitely.
Usually find a patch of water somewhere.
Yeah, no. Anytime I go anywhere with bowls, and Foster, I love going to Foster. When there was a couple of pennants and up there, went beach fishing up there, catching tailor off the beach.
Oh, wow.
And salmon.
I'm just looking at Raymond Terrace right now. There's a good couple of bodies of water there too now. So the rookies are long days. It's 4 or 5 games a day, I think. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, that'll be a long day. You won't be able to go fishing after that. That'll be big, long days. Oh, just trying to correct here, Rick. And that's a cracking shot by Rick Lucy. Just needed a couple of feet and he's done it to draw a shot.
Yeah, yesterday that would have run through a mile, but with this rain still falling heavily like it is, certainly slowing things up a bit.
Yeah. It's good to see that there's drainage in the greens. Like,
oh, yeah.
You know, we've been mentioning the greens before, but as Beau Prideaux plays, well, that's close. Yeah, Gary Willis says it's close. Yeah, you can see the drainage. There's no surface water or anything. It's been quite heavy showers. I wouldn't say it's showers. I wouldn't say it's heavy rain, but
yeah, it's been odd. It's like it's more than a drizzle, but not more than certainly not anything to flood anything out of that.
No, good heavy drizzle. Nick Cahill on this backhand. Just trying to arrive, sit the back bowl. Not much on here for Ben Moorthorpe. I'll play a yard over, maybe just there. What Gary's bowl on the line is one of the loosies. So play a bit of weight down on this backhand. Try to turn that bowl over. He's just turning a little bit now. And there's the luck, unfortunately. Oh, well, it's come back.
Oh, yeah. Just punched it through a little bit. Just enough. Didn't take much back to the Lucy's bowl back there.
Hasn't been much luck going through for Team Willis this morning. That could have been the change that they need.
Oh, he's given up on that straight away, waving his hand around.
Oh, yeah, wide.
If he had a cloth, he would have thrown it, I reckon. He's not impressed.
Slap at the hip.
Oh. Uh-oh. That's not good. We've just had that camera freeze. I'll reconnect it shortly. And do my best with this side. Hopefully it hasn't got soaking wet. We'll see.
Shouldn't. We've got our covers.
Back into it. Potentially. No, it froze once again, which means there's water in it. I'll go down. So I'm going to leave you here for a sec, Pete.
Give me the controls.
Yep. So it's...
So we're on, what, 2 now?
Yep, 2 now, and that's 3.
Yeah. See if there's anything can happen. I've had a little freeze of the camera.
Sorry, that's me. Yeah, it's disconnected. She's gone. I'll be back.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, viewers, we've had a camera that's frozen at the other end, so I won't be able to know how this will run this end from here. We had it yesterday. And sure how we're going to see who's got shots or how the shots are played. I'd say, by the way, that they've clapped there that Carl's turned the shot bowl in front over for shot. Ben's going to go down there and see if he can replace that camera. So bear with us for a few minutes, viewers. It's an interesting shot. We always see it from the other end, but you can see what the players actually is trying to play and try to picture. Playing a bit of weight here, Carl on the backhand. Must be very, very close. Yeah, he's holding 2 now. Would have been nice to see those, but just having a few camera issues, viewers, if you're just joining us for the moment. You can see in the background there, Ben's having a look at that. Just trying, that looks like it's a wide line to go down there. It's coming back a little bit. Looks like another couple there to Healy. At least they'll be coming in the right direction at this end. So just getting we'll fix up that camera and also the way it is. Hopefully it hasn't got too much water in it. Had that issue yesterday morning where we got a very quick sharp shower of rain. It was unexpected. We had just came out of the blue yesterday morning and had to shut down our live stream. Water got into the cameras. So it'd be another couple there to Healy. They'd be on to 11-0 after 5. Another great start there by Jessica Tell. And if you're part of a club or clubs, Bowls New South Wales earlier this week sent out EOIs to host the open gender and single gender pennants. Grades 1 to 7 for the open gender and grades 1 to 4 for the single gender. Those pennant finals will be later this year, or later next year I should say. I think it's around about May, June, somewhere there like that. But please go on to the Bowls New South Wales website and you'll see the EOI guidelines for those open gender pennant finals next year. I believe applications, if you want to do that, need to be in by 14th or 15th of January next year. So good on shot there, bit of weight there by Jimmy Lucy. Benefits from getting shot. So yep, I'm sure I've done it before myself. I was about 10 years ago, I was part of a club, Toongabbie and Northmead, and we hosted the grade 2s. So, you know, if you've got lights, it's advantage. But we also hired some lights in, especially for the first and second day. So it's a bit dark, but yeah, it's something that clubs can really benefit from. You're getting, over 100, possibly, even if you can do a bit more than that, maybe 120, 130 bowlers at your club and supporters and everything. Could end up with great financial reward. 2 here and a great shot here by Beau Prideaux. Now, Wales, it's normal. A lot of people think that Carl Healy foot faults, but that's the way Carl Healy delivers the bowl. So I'm sure a lot of people out there have been watching it and thinking my foot fault, but we'll have to wait and see. Doesn't seem to. You would have thought if he was playing it like that. And another good shot there by Rick. Just still one to Carl Healy. You'd think that he would have been picked up at the World Championships if he with that delivery. Nick Cahill just needs the weight. Has he got it? It's a beautiful line. Oh, that's very, very close. I'd say it's 2, but if not, it's great protection for the shot bowl. Hopefully Two Shoes has got that issue all fixed up. We'll be right for the end going back. Just a bit of shy of weight there, Benny. He needed to be up then. Wanting a back bowl here, Carl Healy. Nothing behind the head for Team Healy. Jack's going to go back. It's going to go back at least probably a foot or more. A couple of feet. On a tight line here. Nick Cahill. Doesn't want to get any crash. Well, there's no damage. He's still got that little bit of backwood. Gary's very, very meticulous on the way he studies the head. He's, as an Australian coach, New South Wales State coach prior to that, really meticulous in his preparations and looking and viewing things, and it's opened it up okay, but just that little bit of luck again, not going the way of Team Willis. No, Wales, that's just the way that Carl delivers the bowl. So, well, it's one I've seen lately. I'm not going to argue. You guys can argue about it on the comments. I'm not going to say any more. Got the back bowl on here, Carl. Just a bit quick, unfortunately. Willis driving, just a bit tight. It's liking this a lot, Carl. Little touch of the front, not too quick. Oh, he's made a definite 2 now, I'd say. Open up the jack a little bit more though for Gary Willis. He's got the best back bowl. A better line, Gary. Just needs to drop a bit more. Well, has he got the luck this time? Yes, he sunk the jack. Great shot. Well played. It's 3. 3 to Team Willis. Now, we still don't have a camera at the other end, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen. So, and Benny's not here at the moment. I haven't got the technical skills to have learnt about the Bowls New South Wales system, so we're just trying to get them fixed up. Here he is.
It's still frozen.
Might need a reset, doesn't it?
Oh, so I'll just put you back there so you can actually see something. Waiting. I hope I can get this to you guys. If not, I'll have to run down and replace the camera.
We might have to stop our coverage for a few minutes if that's the case.
That's right. Replacing the camera's an easy one. We'll just leave it on camera 2. Just for a bit. I'll see if I can get down the end for you, and then run down and try to fix that up, because camera 3 is not enjoying life at the moment down there. Jess will get down.
Not the best of views, but we'll get there.
But it's something, yeah.
It's a pity we don't have our side camera on, eh?
Exactly right. All right, I'm going to leave you to it again, Pete. You call them back. It's you'll see the back of the players and then the head, and then actually I've got enough cord here for me to stay talking to you. I'm enjoying the work of the Cabra group here, by the way. They were out there very concerned that I was running around fixing cameras. They're all keen on this coverage and once again promoting the game. They're really and our sport. They're definite advocates for our sport. The 3 clubs they run.
Yeah. Hopefully we can get that working.
I'm just going to make sure. We'll see if we can get number 1 playing the game, but
yeah, it's a bit hard with that camera being right up close, and players are blocking the shots at the present moment. Sorry about that, viewers.
Well, there you can see it looks like the Lucy's have got a couple there anyway.
Definitely.
I'm just waiting for the test of the other camera, and then I'll be able to jump on and do the thing. Actually looks good. All right, I'll go replace that camera. Peter, it's all yours. I'll leave this to you here.
How do I move?
And I'll show you. When you're just make sure I've got that in control.
What if we hold it to the end? So it comes back. Then you go down.
Yep, so that's what we'll do. We'll just wait until the end of this end. And when they're firing this way, we'll have all the coverage we can get for you. We'll just zoom that one out a little. There she goes. So on that forehand side, bit of a swoop. We see Benny's he's getting a little bit of a grey patch in the side of his beard there, and that's run all the way back. It's interesting over there down at that camera angle was you can see it's under the cover, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that camera at the moment. It seems to be sending data, but it's not happy at all. So I do apologise, team. This sometimes happens in wet weather. It's the first time I've had to deal with a busted camera, though. It's so with Nicky out of the way, we can have a bit of a look.
Yeah, they've got 2 here. The 2 orange to go. That's where the jack is.
Lucky Nick's only a little fella. I can get around him. So probably looking just to jump into that window there and rest on that orange bowl on the right-hand side. Jack there just behind Jesse Cattell's bowl, I think, or in front of it. No, he's gone back as well. It's on the swooping side. He'll get out of the way for a second. Nick's jumping straight up, close to the mat, lining his shot up already. That one also... Oh, no, that's good weight. I don't think it's helped. Yep.
Yeah, everybody went backhand weight through here underneath the white.
I think that's the shot I'd be playing as well. I could definitely see that. I'd look at that with my big size 5s and thump under the line, I reckon. That's what Nick's done. Split him. And he has. There's Jack there. We can see it now. Probably still 1 to the Gary Willis team as they cross. I'll jump in as close as I can here so you can see where Jack is there on the right. No, it's too far. Sorry, little camera. Take them home and give them a bit of love, I think. Warm them up, give them a hair dryer, clean them out.
Yeah, at least you'll be undercover for next week.
Raymond Terrace, yeah, I'm looking forward to visiting that club. It's one I haven't been to yet. What was the score on the last end, mate?
3 to Willis, and I think there was 2 to Healy, so I think it's 11-3 after 6.
Beautiful, thank you. I'll update that for you while I'm sitting here and not running around in the rain. It is pretty damp out there still. So after 6 ends. Running back, we can see the top of Gary Willis's head there. He was in a very damp hat.
Yeah, that'd be probably another. I'd make 2.
And flopped in nicely too. But something there for Carl Hurley to rest on.
Looks like he's on a good line here, Carl. Just needs to get past the front. Turned it over for definite 1, maybe 2.
I might see an indication here. I'll just lift the camera a bit so we can see exactly what's going on. Common Player saying we need little camera umbrellas. If you look on the screen there, it's got a big one. And there was absolutely no damp in it. There was no water on it at all. It's well protected. I don't know, not entirely sure what's going on there, whether the connection's wet. We'll have to find out. I hope it's not the cable, because if it's the cable, it's a 20-minute fix. If it's a camera replacement, it's a 2-minute fix. Very serious looking players down there, aren't they? Is that John LeCousin next door there on the far right of the camera?
Yeah,
yeah it is. He's loving it. No, I spoke to him this morning. He's having a great couple of days. No, Warren, that's not the correct score, but that is. So a round of applause. Did he move, Jack? We were a bit unsighted.
I'd say he's put another counter in.
Walking backwards straight at us. Yeah, he's got his game face on, isn't he? So I can't see Jack anymore, so we may have moved it. Need your old setup walking up and down with the phone, mate.
Yeah, or the camera from the side, but with the wet weather today, we just didn't put the camera on the side, so he's got the Jack. He's moved the Jack, and he's got shot, maybe 2. Cracking shot. Oh, it's 1.
Well, still 1. 1 to Healy, and that's still a magnificent shot. Rescued in the end. I'll fix that. I'll set the camera up for the end, and then I'm going to go for another run.
Okay. Make it 11-4 after 7. check that when you're out there.
11-4, my apologies, I've got that the wrong way around. There we go. So calling for a shorter end here by the looks. And with that, I'll be back.
No worries. You can never prepare for technical issues. So, unfortunately, good opening bowl there by Rick, probably just a metre short. Patience is a big thing, and when you're watching bowls, and unfortunately when you're doing the coverage, you do have technical issues, and due to the wet weather today and the heavy rain, we didn't want to put the third camera out from the side, so good opening bowl there by Jesse. Just needing that little bit of extra weight there by Rick Lucy, Jimmy Lucy, I should say. Let's just run on through. Another good bowl there by Jesse Cattell. Just running through the hole, Rick. We're talking about the rookies. Rick was pretty sure was the pairs champion last year in the rookies. Coverage will be on next week. Bowls New South Wales. A few will be glad that Andrew Lynn will be back. Tighter line here by Rick. Is he going to get this white bowl, shot bowl, and then run onto the jack? And does. 4 shot. Well played. Bowie needing, Beau Prideaux needing an extra metre here. Might be a touch wide. It has been coming back though. Well, that's the greatness of the greens. Great shot there by Beau Prideaux. 4 shot. Benny Moorthorpe just trying to arrive. He's got backwood as well. Let's hit the shot bowl of Bowes. Unfortunately, that's the luck the way it's been going this morning for Team Willis. I suppose everybody says you make your own luck sometimes. Looks pretty good everywhere for Carl. He's going for backwood. That's part of the rules of the game. There's no dead ends. It's respot on the tee. 15 ends. Bit of weight here by Benny Moorthorpe. Well, he could get onto the front. Yeah. Well, it's popped around like a pinball machine and held up for 2. Still a lovely, nice draw here for Nick Cahill. Why the bowls have been turning on that forehand side, the ditch side. Beautiful little draw in there. Skipped on past. Still 2 for Team Willis. Now, Gary, do you take the shot off him, or do you play the backhand and turn over the toucher on the backhand side, just right of Jack? Looks like that's what they'll do. Well, he's made 3. Nice little draw here for Carl. Is he past the front? He is. Little touch. Unfortunately, it's all gone back to Team Willis's bowls. It's 2. Sure what they want to do here. I like it up on the forehand and sit the Nick Cahill's bowl, the multicoloured bowl, out there, that bowl. Touch it out. You could make 3 or 4. I need the shots, Team Willis. Playing a bit wider, bit of cover. It's a bit ugly there for Carl. Might play weight, might play big weight up through the middle. Trying to get maybe even a shot or 2 out of the head. That's the danger. He doesn't want to hit the front bowl at 12 o'clock. If he gets the edge of that and goes to the right, you can take Nick Cahill's bowl. That's the only one they've got in the head. Well, Carl's driving. He might get that edge though. Oh, it's gone out of the head. Oh, how did that miss his bowl? They've gone 1, it's 2. 2 more to Team Willis. It's now 11-6 after 8 ends. And it's working.
Seems to be. So I'll leave you alone, mate. I know that's a painful thing to do, but I've swapped the cameras out in time and looks okay. And we've got the real colour back too.
Gone for a short end.
Yeah, off the end of the line. Thanks to the umpire down there that gave me the screwdriver to help me get that fixed up. There all sorts of fun little complications. But here we go. We seem to be back online.
Well, that's good. That's what we needed.
Yeah, great start.
And we've got the right score, 11-6 after 8. As you can see at the back there. It's good. Great start, Jimmy Lucy.
Ugh, I'm puffing. I ran up and down and to make sure that we could keep this going for your team, because it's wonderful to watch these great players play. And Gary Billis down there asked me if there were microphones on the camera to hear what they were saying. I said no, and he said good.
Gary should know there's no microphones on cameras.
Just a bit of paranoia kicking in, I think. Jamie Wayside asking if I'm catching the bus tomorrow. Jamie Wayside, if you can tell me what time it leaves, mate, we'll see. Sounds like a plan, though. I'm playing in the Zone 7 Pennants Finals tomorrow, men's pennants. Oh, Jess.
Okay.
Selected in the top grade. I'm pretty excited, actually.
Oh, that's good. I'll be more than likely sitting on the lounge having a punt.
That sounds like a place to be.
Yeah.
We'll just be getting wet.
That was an unplanned technical issue. There was no water affecting or anything. Just the camera gave way. So
Yeah, wasn't happy at all. I've got the offending camera sitting on the box over there. Hopefully, if there's water in it, it will dry out, but it wasn't wet at all. The umbrella's working a treat down there. Just running that one in a little short. Still got a lean on it though, haven't I?
yeah, that's all right. Don't worry about the lean.
Matty Bear saying I can miss the bus. He doesn't want me coming down.
Oh, nice little shot here by Rick. Oh, he's just missed the jack.
Yeah.
Great weight, great line. Everything was good.
I like the way Beaupretot lines up. Always 3 swings with his arm.
Yep.
Players have these routines. Do you have any funny little routines you do before a shot, mate?
I always check. I place my thumb on a particular part of the bowl, especially its forehand or backhand. So I've got Henselite's XG, so I always put my thumb on the marking of Henselite XG or somewhere in that vicinity. Great shot there by Benny Moorthorpe. Might still only be one, and then there's the number on the inside. You've got your year number on the inside, which mine's a 20. I think it's a 24 number. Might be a little bit more than that. Not quite sure, but I always put my thumb near that number. So if I want to play forehand or backhand, that's just something I always do. So Benny's got a routine as well. He puts his foot in the middle of the mat and then he brings his feet forward then before he delivers. So he's got a couple shuffles.
I tend to place my bowl very carefully in my hand. Either side I do. It's a very, very regular placement. Adjust at my hand, and then I have to touch my sunglasses, even if I'm not wearing any. They're not touching the middle of my nose between my eyes.
Well, there's another person out there, Terry Warder from Hardboard. I think Terry's that now. I'm not sure. They call him Ernie. Looks like Ernie out of Sesame Street. Yeah. And he does the same. He puts his fingers on the top of his glasses or on the top of his nose prior to delivering it. You'll actually see Carl's left foot when he delivers. He actually taps his left. I'm pretty sure it's his left foot.
The back foot.
One of his feet, he actually taps it just before he lets it go. So
yeah, it's interesting. The other
his
one,
toes a little tap, just before he's letting it go.
The other one with a big routine's Ben Twist. Have you ever watched him with his right hand?
Oh yeah, well, Twisty, yeah.
The
person that you want to see have a routine is Jack Wren up in Queensland. He is. If anybody's seen Jack, I've seen Jack has been on the coverage so far. Jack goes on the mat, off the mat, on the mat, off the mat, on the mat, off the mat. Yeah, it's quite unique. Yeah, Twisty. When Twisty needs to play an important shot, he'll take his more time, and we call it the twisties at the local club. Well, I do anyway.
Yep.
Twisties twitches. If you get it close, well, you can't see it now, but you'll see Carl when he gets his. He a little tap of his. I'm pretty sure it's his left foot. You'll see. Oh,
Yep, toes, his front toes.
Front toes. He always tap his toes on his left. Nice little shot here. Will it drop enough for him though? Great effort.
So Benny Moorthorpe's still holding that one.
Yep.
Which one's second though? Do you think it's Nick's or?
They're surrounded. There's 3 bowls of Carl's that are surrounding it. I'd say the front 2, and they got the one just back of the left there about 8 o'clock.
Carmen Plaza saying Lee Schreiner taps his cap. But just this one's not going to come in, I don't think.
Yeah, he does too. Lee does tap his cap. Everybody's got different little styles.
Which is great. It's often just finding what works for you. You know, there's some interesting deliveries. The standard coaching deliveries, the way everyone coaches is pretty well set. I've got a chance to get Jack Ryan's pre-shot routine.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about, Jack Ryan's, yep. Ian Taylor was another one. Ian Taylor played for Australia, and he would cup the bowl in his hand, and he would get down to his stance, and he would turn it like a little shakes at a 45-degree angle.
Yeah, wow.
And then would let the bowl go. He was, yep. And you'll see some players that just place their foot forward. Gary Kelly brings the bowl right up to his face, lining it up like that. So
does Gary Kelly's routine that eyes it off almost like a gun sight when he puts it up.
Yep.
It's one of the more photogenic deliveries. You'll see that photo everywhere, especially in the BPL stuff.
I think Teasy tucks his shirt up under his shoulder there. A little bit of weight here for Carl.
Yep, that's what they called. After a long discussion, he's played that beautifully.
Oh,
may have given away 2.
A little bit of luck is it 2? I think it is. So that early luck that Team Healy was getting and wasn't going to Willis has slightly changed now. And now after 9 ends, 4 ends in a row, down 11-0 after 5, it's now 11-8. I would think it's 2.
Well, Carl's turning the board over there. I'll be able to check that for you shortly, team. And I'll make sure we get onto the right camera now. And everything's working beautifully, knock on wood.
Beautiful.
Persisting with these short ends, which is working for them. It's interesting, I was having a discussion with my brother last night. He's about to play his first singles game. I said, talk about jack control and how important it really is.
Yeah.
And how you can... It's not just about your game, it's about confusing your opponent. And it's certainly suiting these lads on the Willis team at the moment.
Yeah, I like to play a game of singles where you've always got your comfortable lengths.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of people have got their own different ideas out there, but I like to play to a comfortable length that I'm used to. You can use the mat, you can go up and down, but it's always that comfortable length that you're used to. Like you said earlier, a lot of people like to play T to T, singles games or anything like that, or like we were saying, Lee Schreiner's T to T. Then you always got a comfortable length, and then you got I always call it the B plan. So you got something that you might want to try in your practice. As well.
Yeah, like plan B is a good idea, yeah.
Yeah. So plan B.
So I've just checked that scoreboard and it's 7. So that was a 1 the last end.
1. Okay. Yep. Thank you for that.
That's it there, 11-7.
Beautiful. And Jess has changed over. She was playing the forehand earlier. Now she's changed over to the backhand. wanting maybe just a little bit more turn out of the bowl. She played 2 crackers.
Yep.
Been very impressive the last couple of days.
Yeah, forehand wasn't quite working for her, but better this side. Still very damp out there. Not when I was out there changing the camera, it was just what you call that mizzle, mate. There was it's hard to see it on the camera, but there is still a little bit of water in the really wet in the atmosphere.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Ben, we can't do scores from around the greens. It's we haven't got that for technology or that in this week. There's, if you don't know Cabramatta, well, if there's Cabramatta, there's this is the top green up near the road, and then the other matches are being played down the bottom, which is a fair way away. We'd have to have somebody going around constantly looking for those, and actually some of the organisers, or most of the organisers, are playing or being umpires, so we just haven't got the volunteers this week. Would be to do the scores, but we definitely will have a score update for you after this round, and we might even put a score update again, I think, after this, when the skips change over. What do you think?
Definitely,
BK?
well, it's important. That last game will influence. There's a lot of change that can happen.
Yeah.
Carl Healy's team here can still lose this game and be pushed back into the pack.
Still 2 here to Team Healy with Jess, and Benny Moorthorpe just corrects that. 1 for Willis. Nice little shot here for Nick Cale. Just a nice positive draw. Yard over, trail the jack, sit the bowl. Unfortunately, he's just going to turn. But, oh, no.
Oh, wow.
Got the inside. Made for shot. All thought could trail the jack here. Oh, if holds enough.
Oh, and he has.
Well, there you go. Shot for shot.
Yeah, tight little heads they're playing into here. It's great to watch.
Probably Carl's asked Nick to just turn the shot bowl over onto the jack. The white bowl there's of Jess. He's not, he's slightly wide. Has he got the weight though?
Oh, he's pretty good. He did miss by much.
So, did you have that scoreboard, Champ?
Oh, do you want to see the scoreboard? Yeah, I can do that now.
Let's see the competition board.
There you go, as it fades its way in.
Yeah, there we go.
I'll take down those scoreboards for a sec.
That's beautiful. So as you can see, Carl Healy on top, the only undefeated team in the competition. This is round 7, and pretty close. 5 wins, and then unfortunately Gary yesterday got a loss in the and had a couple of draws, so down in 8th position. So there's competition so far.
And it's interesting that, like I said, that top and bottom one there, he's got 12 points, but only a margin of 49 compared to Lee Schreiner's 62.
Yeah.
I'll just pull that off there and put this back, because here comes this bowl.
Well, it's not too bad. Bit quick, but bit of safety as well.
I think safety's right. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Safety's right, because I think there's a target there. Any kind of run through is a big deal. I think they're only 1 down now. He's gone through that little window there.
I wonder if he's game enough to draw just underneath. Down underneath the Nick Cahill's 2 multicoloured bowls there. Draw underneath and flop it. Flop it back in. Well, it's interesting.
Yep. It looks like two there to me to the Willis team.
Yeah.
Depending on how far back that other bowl is. The short ends don't give us much of an angle, but
It's okay. Carl can play a nice little positive draw here. Yard and a half over on shot. Gets a jack through. He could make a couple. Will it drop? Will it come back?
he's watching it closely.
Will it get back? Enough for the jack? Oh, it has. And it's gone, and I'm pretty sure it's gone to Nick Cahill's
Definitely
bowl.
has.
Yep, it has. So that stops the rot of 4 ends in a row. And it's now 12-7 after 10.
So 5 ends to go in this 15-end game. And I'm just doing the wrong thing here on the scoreboard. 5 ends to go in these 15-end games. No replay, so killing the end, it's a respot. And a meeting in the middle there for the Healy team.
Yeah, having a board meeting. We did the right thing yesterday too. 2 Shoes, one of our players that we were live streaming, said you looked after me, didn't bag me out or anything like that.
Yeah, he did. He said he had
Bought us donuts this morning.
Yeah. That's a good perk.
He said, thanks for looking after me, Divey. I said, that's all right. He said, you like donuts? I said, we both do. He said, well, that's why I got you 2.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah. Back to the tee here for Team Healy, leading 12-7.
And dropping her first bowl squarely next to Jack there. Aaron Vidler watching from the Arrow Bowls World in Mermaid Beach, apparently.
Yep. That auto cue not working again, buddy.
There we are.
That's all good. It's amazing, actually, people out there. I'm sitting back here in the commentary, and Ben's got 2 screens in front of him. He's got all the audios, he's got all the cameras, all the levers. It's actually quite interesting that all the work that they go into, him and Andrew, when they're here in the commentary, of all the camera setups, all the changes, all the clicks you can hear in the background, all the work that they actually do to make the coverage come through and set up. Very grateful that we've got live bowls here. We can watch live bowls. Live streaming is tremendous, but the amount of work that gets in here, being here the day before and setting up all the wiring and cameras, it's a lot of hard work.
Thanks, Peter. I appreciate that, mate.
It's true. The guys do a tremendous job to promote our game.
Yeah, we do it to try to be the most professional we can at it and the best we can, and bring as good a coverage as we're able. When despite the glitches in the water this weekend, it's actually seems fairly smooth.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cable out there, though.
That's right. That's what I mean. You've got metres and metres of cable. There's a great shot here by Rick Lucy. Well played. Yeah, there's a lot of cable. Because actually where we're sitting is right over on the left-hand side of this green, up into a boardroom, which is up above that. We've got to run cable all the way down to these, just passing there, we've got to run cable all the way down to these cameras, which is down at the far end of the green. So there's a lot of cabling.
So just to give you an idea, before this shot comes in, that's the room we're sitting in that round bit there.
Yeah, the Cabramatta Bowling Club.
So all the way at the other end of this green. A long way.
This might be a touch quick here, Rick. Played a cracker with his first.
Running backwards, Nick Cahill. It's almost like a boundary umpire. That takes some skill.
When they're young and fit like they are.
Yeah,
Come on.
that's right.
Just needs to be up here. Go on, mate.
So the people that are interested, between ends here, I might actually be able to give you a view. I might see if I can get that done for you at some point if there's a great gap in play for people that are curious about the setup. But here's look, that Nick's knocked Jess's up there. They're one down now.
Yeah, Jack in the Pit's the call here. Be up to it, even if you punch Jessica Tell's white bowl through. Be up. It's not on a bad line here. It's a pretty good line.
It's got to hold a bit. Oof. Just clinking on. It's run through into a pretty handy spot, by the way.
I wonder if Carl will ask the same sort of shot. He can. Jack in the Pit, even if he gets the edge of the white bowl for Nick, he can take the shot bowl out and stay. So play a bit of weight up here on the back end. Should start to swing now. Very, very close.
No.
Up. Oh, he's moved the jack.
Into the pit. Which one's the touchless? That orange one back there.
Yeah, still the orange one.
So it could be...
Still one. Still one to the bowl that's standing up.
Mm-hmm. So just trying to make sure we watch this bowl come all the way down. Wants it to finish there. That's enough for a shot, I think he's saying,
Yeah.
Mr. Willis.
And of course, you're allowed to do that. Give your player a chance to, like we call a cider.
Yep, side is right. Jeez,
Well,
if
move
it
your foot,
stops-
Gary.
He's
Just right where he wanted it. Off for a second
nailed
shot.
it. Absolutely nailed it. He's pretty... Look at the smile on his face,
Smile on
too.
his face.
Was Nick dancing there?
No, he slipped when he let the ball go. He's just saying he just slipped. As you can see on the left of screen, you can turn it up. There's turn it over. It's a felt underneath of these mats.
So I think there's room to draw there. Still.
Oh yeah, definitely for Carl Healy. Yep, for sure. 4 feet. They practice this a lot.
Yeah, it's a drill that I run myself.
He's gone the backhand, which I found a little interesting. But he might get the gap, though. That's what he's looked for. Well, you can't play any better than that. That's a humdinger by Healy.
I didn't see him going that way at all.
I didn't either.
Wow, what a shot. Paul Goddard down at Mollymook at the moment, out on the synthetic at lunchtime and practice ready. Bowles has been called off down there and says that watching us is the next best thing.
Well, I hope it's all right. It's great to join us, Paul. It's not good that you can't play bowls, though.
Now, Paul's a good one. He when the coverage is on, because he drives a lot for his work, he has an earpiece in listening to the commentary anyway, and the phone's sitting in his bag, so he's not going to get in trouble.
Well, I hope Rick can turn a little bit to his left.
Yep, there we go. Sometimes I move it and they can hear the little whine.
Oh,
It's
do
enough,
they really?
Enough to tell them, yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's the new cattle prod. Gary's driving. Oh, he's backhand. Still not over yet. Oh, well. Well, it could hold on
he's
for
got
sure.
some live. Look at
Oh,
that. I think we need to watch that again.
Do you think so?
No, it's not going to work.
No, that's yesterday's.
It's yesterday. Look at that. Oh, jeez.
Oh, that's a fail.
Big
Oh.
fail. Let's try that one.
Yeah, try that one.
Panic buttons.
Oh, you'll get a big red X from Andrew from that one.
I reckon I'm in trouble now. Trouble forever.
is it? He's got... What has he got here, Carl? He takes the yellow bowl out. He's still only one down, I think. Be very close for a measure. Nick's saying for him to drive. He's worried about taking his own bowl out. I'd say he'd be one down with the orange to the left. He's driving. So, how is it looking?
See where it comes down.
Might even need the edge. Well, he's got the love now for shot. There's a massive wiki woo for shot.
Absolutely remarkable the way that stopped. Luck begins at the head, as they say.
Yeah, got to be up. What's Gary going to do? Is he going to drive?
It's looking like he's setting up for something like that. Oh, definitely down that
On
narrow
the back
side.
end.
Oh, didn't get the luck, sadly. So they're going to have a close look. Looks to me, like you said, like it's the Healy bowl. Yeah, one.
We'll have another match. We'll have round 8 at the conclusion of this. And we'll have a look at the draw, the way it is situated. We'll try to get the best match on considering the table. Let's have a look at that. We might even get a bottom, a green that's down the match down the bottom. Up onto the top here, so it's on the TV ring. So we've had a little chat. The two Bens, Two Shoes and Benny Moorthorpe, last night and this morning to see which ones we can do. And they're going to do that. So we'll try to get as good as much as we can for this afternoon's match. Could even be Ferguson versus Bruce yet, depending on results. I think that was our scheduled match this afternoon for the round 8 match. There's a great shot there by Jimmy Lucy. And it's a big game coming up for Carl. He keeps leading here. Two Shoes. He's got that $2,000 incentive.
Yeah, massive, exactly right.
So there was a tournament not long ago at Grandviews, and both Grandviews and Cabramatta come up with the idea if you win those two tournaments, which Carl Healy did with Cameron Curtis and Jesse Cattell. And I think it might have been, I'm not quite sure of the fourth player. I'm sure Cam or somebody out there would tell me who the fourth player was.
Yeah, there'll be someone will know, without a doubt.
If you win both those tournaments, there's another $2,000 incentive on top of that, the prize money.
Always makes me want to play.
Oh yeah, why not?
Exactly right. So, match and bowls up there. Two on the jack, two short.
Pigeon pairs. Bowie Prideaux's being up and over. Oh, that's a great shot, Bowie Prideaux. Brilliant.
Absolute magic. Didn't hit him too hard, just enough to move Jack around a little bit. Just off the line too. Look at that magic shot.
Yes.
See, speaking of donuts, mate, I'm just looking down here at my little bag that you brought me this morning.
Oh, well.
So thank you for that as well.
Yes, well, you know, when you're driving past us, there we go, it was David Hearns. Yeah, I thought it might have been Dave. Wasn't too sure. I knew somebody would tell me.
The collective knowledge, or of our viewers, is always on point.
I was 90% sure, but I knew the players would, I knew the viewers would tell me.
So here's the question: do you remember if it was Hearn or Hearns?
That's Hearns. Got that yesterday. Bowie Prideaux makes 2. We actually had covered David Hearns yesterday.
We did.
He was in our first match yesterday, and that was the one, unfortunately, that got washed out. Well, for our coverage anyway, not for them. He played second. I was at the Grand Views tournament.
Gary just standing right on the line as that finish hasn't affected much though.
It's still two, but Jesse Cattell's bowls got turned over there, BK. Mm-hmm. So Carl going for a little bit of protection. Looks like the jack can rebound out to the right. That's in the perfect spot, just about there for Nick Cahill. This is a shot I'd like to see a lot more people practice. Two shoes. This on shot, weighted shot, just a yard over. It's not much difference.
Come on, Gary.
We'll have to get Gary. You think you'd know about that, wouldn't you, on the live stream?
Well, I think I'm 100% with you. It's one of the hardest shots to actually play because you've got to adjust both the line and the
it's
and the weight.
A shot for a second and third to play a lot, especially a second. You're just trying to draw positive. I call it a positive draw, yard over, yard and a half over. And you'd be amazed. I got told the best bit of advice, if you put a bit of chalk on the top of a bowl and you rotate it 3 times, right? Only 3 times, but you put the chalk on top of a bowl and do 1, 2, 3 times. It's actually a yard or a metre, like it's the metre.
Right.
Yep. It only has to rotate 3 times and it goes a metre. And I bet you there's people out there going, well, is this right or not? Put the chalk on top of the bowl.
Oh, I'm going to go and definitely measure
and then
that.
just
That's
do a full 3 rotations of the bowl. And it's about a metre. There's not much on here for Gaz. Let's say go a little bit bigger. Or he's just trying to crash something on the front. Yeah, he still wants that yard over. That's not too far. Not too bad. Just needs to get down. Well,
it's made it better at the head, but Jesse sitting on the tee now. Perhaps you can tell me what happens if they kill it now. Where does the jack actually go?
So the jack actually goes up the line as close as it possibly can to the tee. So you can't get it on the tee. So the jack will go up the line, stay on the line, but be as close as it possibly can to the tee. So when you've got a bowl on top of that, so that's what you're trying to do. Brilliant. Some competitions will actually, if you got the green mark like this, they'll actually say if the jack gets killed to the right, it would go on to a spot which is 1 metre to the right, or if it gets killed to the left, it might get spot 1 metre to the left on the tee instead of actually being on the tee. So there are some competitions that do it that way. Used to be respot 1 metre to the right, metre to the left, but the most common one is on the tee. But no, goes up the line as close as it can get to the tee.
Well, it's interesting because that position now, and thank you for that. That's good knowledge for me. And Carl's going back, knowing what I can see. He's 2 down and a big target, big chaos bowl coming here. I'd suggest.
Well, see, the thing is, Gary can't hit it too hard because they've got the 3 backwood now, Team Healy. So he's got to play some sort of a. Well, he's gone heavy. What I think you called yesterday, the in-between shot.
Mm-hmm. It's it. 2 shots in mind, played them both.
Carl just wants to, just in case it rebounds out to the right, there's 3 of Team Willis's bowls.
Yeah, he looked disappointed with that shot in the end. A bit of a ghost on the green there. One of the orange ones fell down. This looks better. It's not an incredibly heavy shot, but it's going to be heavy enough to move something if it hits, and it hasn't. So Nick just... It's about to move one, but the white one in front might be resting.
Yeah, I think the orange and blue bowl and the orange bowl at the back left there they're actually tilted. Might be slightly tilted and touching, so it's hard to...
It's why we carry chocks, some of us.
You can see it's tilting there with your close-up view. It's only one anyway. So 3 ends to play. It's 14-7.
So just because I promised it earlier, you ready for this, Peter? You're going to get on camera again. I'll just switch that over and we'll have a look at this. This is the setup we have. I'll move this camera around. Here's my laptop with the live stream testing. Across to... Oh, hang on.
Oh, that's you and Andrew. Oh, well. He'll be back next
on my phone,
week.
that's right. There's the studio where I control everything. And over there, the audio box. And Peter on the cans. And as we lift up and look over the top, you can see the amount of cabling and everything that goes on in the background there. And cables out the door all the way through. So in our little boardroom. As we go back to the bowl. So anyone that was curious about the setup, that's what it looks like. And I'll get back to what we're doing professionally here and check this out. I've got another little video interlude for you as well. What we were watching this morning.
Yeah, we've got a little bit of Josh Walker-Davis. Doesn't know that he was caught on camera this morning.
That's it, doing what greenkeepers would murder him for, I think. So I'll show you that in a sec. Sorry, I haven't actually adjusted that.
That's all right. The auto cue didn't work again.
No, it's me. That one's me.
Oh, that's all right.
So that was one to Healy, wasn't it?
Yep, 14-7 after 12. She's on the change over here, Jessica Tell, and she's played it very well again.
I'm very interested in the Lee Schrainer game. I think that's on the bottom green, so I don't think we'll get to see it. I might mess around with the other camera just to see if I can see.
I don't think I'll see any scores down there, unfortunately. I'm not sure. Looks a bit ugly both sides. I think the back end's the best here for the way you love to say it, Beau Prado.
What can I see over there? No, Lee's not on this rink. On this green, sorry.
He's probably down the bottom.
Wonderful man. I'm wrong. I've just found him. So I might be able to get a score. He's all the way at the other end of this green at the moment. So I might be able to, at the end of this, I'll have a look. Because that's the important one. He's coming second. If he loses a game over there, he's in trouble.
Is it down as... So his team... Just in case they've got it marked as his team 24.
So 3 ends to go here. 7 shots in it to Cole Healy's team. One of the team there just told the... my apologies, I've blanked on their names, but they're... Gary Willis there. One of the Lucy bowls, sorry, sitting back there, but Beau Prado has come through and dragged it off.
You want to get rid of that comment there, the two shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Please ignore any comments you see on there that's advertising or wanting to pay for money or anything like that. It's all Bowls New South Wales. We've got our own YouTube address. We don't ask for cash. So we'll get that deleted, which we've done. Fantastic job. I think we'll have to tell Gary Willis he'll have to be sacked as a skip in the future.
He loves getting in the head, doesn't he?
Loves his bulk. Does an amazing job as a Australian coach. Team Willis is from Cabramatta.
All right, yeah, they are wearing Cabra shirts.
Yep, all from Cabramatta, host team.
Now, I'm pretty sure Gary Willis is the club coach here as well.
No, Aaron Wilson.
Wilson is, sorry, I did.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew that too.
Yeah, Aaron Wilson.
Aaron Wilson does a really good job with juniors, by the way. They do a lot of programs here, high school programs. I remember turning up to this club once and Aaron Wilson had about 80 school kids.
Well, actually, Aaron's actually been changed. It's actually going to be Carl Healy now.
It is too.
So it was Aaron Wilson. Now it's Carl Healy as the club coach. I apologise for that, viewers. Try to get up through the front here. But it had been a pretty even game after the first 4 or 5 ends. Healy's dropped shot out to a 11-0 lead after 5, so it's been a pretty good game after that. Penny Moorthorpe driving. It's not over with yet. Might get the edge.
Oh, there goes Jack.
And how far did it go? Respot. Needs a respot, they do. Team Willis. Because it's worth 3.
They're actually coming out to have a look, I think. Oh, look, that's in.
Oh, that's in. Well, that's how much the bad luck's there. There's Team Healy are holding 3, but if that was out, you'd have Team Willis with the respot rule holding 3. So Carl might even draw to the tee. Draw to the tee. There you go.
Exactly
Just in case it gets killed.
It's a tough kill. It's a tiny little target there at an end that is longer than it started. So we're tee to tee, and Jack's another metre past. It's a long way to throw a heavy shot. Well, he hasn't got the tee, but he might have another shot.
He has.
That's 4.
I reckon Gary will ask Ben here to kill it. Yep. And he needs to be moved about a foot. He's eyeing it down.
It's close.
He's close. Very, very close.
Grandview's team just jumping in front of that. He just missed by a couple of inches to the left. Grandview's game must be done.
Yeah, a few games are done, so they're just walking on past. Unfortunately, there's not much of a path that's in front of them behind the camera. I think it's all seating behind the camera.
It's actually a really nice rose garden there too, in the back behind the fence.
Yeah.
Another one of the greenkeepers' responsibilities, aren't they? All the gardens around.
Oh yeah, gardens, the grass area. Come on, Martin, off you go.
Yeah, oh, don't stand there.
And then you got teams coming up from the other end with a beer.
That's it. He's very on. It's nearly 11 o'clock. He was very aware of the camera, wasn't he?
Carl trying to draw.
Trying to get the tee there, obviously, and
Yep.
still not quite making it.
You'd think people would stop and wait for the players to,
No, that's the
Play
common
their
courtesy.
bowls.
Yeah, that's the courtesy.
Yeah.
You don't move. I always pause right at the end. Here we go. That looks... Well, look, it looked wide to me.
Oh,
It's clean out 2 bowls, though.
yeah.
See what happened in the next bowl,
You'd
eh?
think they'd just wait for the game to be finished, wouldn't you? Anyway. Holding 2, Team Healy. So can't see what Gary wouldn't be not going for the jack again, though, because he's probably holding 3 still on the tee.
So the big question is, what's going through Carl's mind? Does he want to get that margin up, knowing the result, and the risk of the next game? He hasn't done much there, actually. It's
Well, they're the only undefeated team, so he's just got to try to stop the shots, I suppose. think this is tight though, Two Shoes.
Yep. It's gone under the other way.
Yep.
Whoosh.
Be 2.
That'll be 2. So while they're changing over, I'll show you this. Let's see if I can see if this works. Yep. Wait for it.
Now this is we got a young man, Josh Walker Davis, this morning. He said, "Watch me, I can do this. Look at this."
Just juggling his jacks on the green casually. Junior in the background having a laugh. That's 4 jacks he managed to juggle then.
Yeah, he's not doing it with 3. He's doing it with 4.
And well done to that young man. That was pretty entertaining, but I'm not sure he knew he was on camera. I'll keep that video for him.
Definitely.
Now I get to adjust the score. Sorry, everyone. So 16-7 after 13. 2 ends left to go in these 15 end games. Fairly short games. And I don't hate it though. The format's quite good. 2 ends to go. Well, 9 shots in it. The Willis team are going to have to pretty much be perfect.
Yes, they will. You take that first 5 ends out of the game, Two Shoes, as I was saying, it's 11 shots. You know, Team Willis are 7-5 in front, so they played pretty good.
Yeah, they haven't played poorly at all. I mean,
just didn't get that little bit of luck early on the
no,
first
exactly.
2 ends.
Just those nearly theirs.
There might be a bit of sunshine out there, mate.
I did just get bright in here. The sun coming through. There is an uncovered window behind us. Let's have a look.
Might be clearing just a little bit.
No, it's the sky looks like a pile of wet towels. It's disgusting.
Oh, bit of early pressure here for Team Willis, holding 2. 2 excellent opening bowls there by Jimmy Lucy. Yeah, another good bowl. Well played, Rick. Father and son combination up front.
Yeah, the Lucy's, we like to see that. It's a family sport. We've spoken about accessibility before, but the amount of family teams here at the moment is quite remarkable. In fact,
little fact for you about Rick Lucy, Two Shoes, played for Australia at indoor cricket.
Wow.
Yeah. People out there might correct me. I'm pretty sure that's the case. I'm sure your internet surfing might check that on me.
I'm just looking at. I've actually got a video of Rin. Was it? Who did you say before?
Oh, Jack Rin.
Jack Rin. I'm just trying to find out, see what he does when he gets on the mat and off the mat and on the mat. There he goes. Yeah, wow.
We don't want to show that.
No, I'm not going to show that around. But yeah, wow, just that lineup.
Yeah, 3 or 4 times lineup. Yep. Okay, I'll just turn to see if the Jack can get past the other bowls that just behind, because he's got Babe Rideau's to the bottom right of screen there. It might get it. Not a bad line here. Young Nick is going to hold. It did. There it is.
Wow, we could not have been set up better.
That's a cracking shot there by Nick Cahill.
So the Darren Morrison game still going on in the background. You can see Big Daz there. Man, long BPL Cup champion.
Yes.
Oh, what a reply. Has he
it
come
done?
through with it?
Not quite.
Could not have been much better. Benny Moorthorpe.
He's playing Kyle Hansen over there, Darren Morrison. Kyle's right up there. I think he's running fourth. So that'll be a pretty big matchup over there, affecting the table.
Yeah, Darren Morrison's no slouch. I can assure you now.
No, he would have come in strong.
So Lee Schreiner's game's finished. I'm not sure who won that. Well, it's a close one. It's 13-11 on the last end over there. I don't know who's on which side.
He was team 23.
I've got 13 and 18 on the board over there. So maybe I'm looking at the wrong game.
Yep. Oh, Benny Moorthorpe's put the jack in the pit.
Goodness me.
Sunk it. Great shot.
That's two great shots, Benny Moorthorpe. Is he there with it? There it is there, just right near, just about a foot. They haven't got a marker on it.
Foot and a half. You can just see a little bit of colour, I think.
Yep. Is that it? That's got to be it. Just as a... Come on, my eyes can't go down any further, so I'll just come out. Yeah, I think that's it there.
Yeah,
right
could
against
be.
the ditch. So let's see what happens with this ball. I'll follow it all the way down for you.
We would practice this a lot in the Australian squads, drawing to a jack that's just off. He's drawn shot there. I'd say that's definitely a shot. What we might do, Two Shoes, is we might try to get the players to take their time in the next game before they're getting on.
Oh,
that is that bowl in the ditch.
Yeah, we just saw it move.
Just need another foot or two here, Carl Healy. Just get up and over his past his own. It's just short.
Yep, so one to Team Healy so far. And Gary's still, well, he threw that hard one last time and missed, but he's looking at cleaning out Carl, I think, there. It's only worth another shot now, though. So he's come, he's given it some good grass. Jack, of course, right near the marker there, bottom right of the screen now.
It's just a drop here.
Oh, I think if he's in the line.
Oh, he'd be in now, for sure. Yep. Jimmy Lucy's picked it up for one. Was it one? I'm pretty sure
Yeah, it was only one, yep. So the final end.
Yep. I'll let you do the final end there. Two Shoes. I've just got to go and take a phone call.
No worries at all, mate. Thank you very much, and thanks for being here, Mr. Peter Dive.
That's all right.
Glad to have you here with us.
And I'll be back again for round 8 very, very soon.
Can't wait, Peter. Thank you. As I organise my cameras. Back to it now. Back to those. Oh, he's thrown a 3/4 length. Abandoned the short ends. He's a good man, Peter Dive, and we're glad to have him on the coverage. I'm really glad of me sitting with him for the last few days too. That one just perfectly sitting on Jack. Well done, Mr. Lucy. He's had a good game against really quality opposition in Jess Cattell. Speaking of Jess Cattell, look at that. She's absolutely remarkable. Not a bad way to finish. So just sticking to that forehand once again. She's the reigning New South Wales ladies singles champion. Round comes that last bowl, looking for, yeah, well done. Well, 2 great bowls to finish there by Jess Cattell. She'll be very happy with her game, but so will Mr. Lucy. Wowee, and a great shot in there. Team Ellis just stealing it off Jessica Tell. Is that McCartney? Beau Prideaux. Just want to double that one up. He's played the absoluter with the first shot. He can do it again with the second. Just watching Davies. Oh, he had the right weight. He just didn't quite give it the grass. Fantastic effort. I think calling for something to come through a bit fairly heavy. Is he calling really strong? Looks like he's lining up that way. Beau, it's not very strong. It's definitely arriving though. It's got to let go now. And it is. Edge. Oh, just a really gentle edge on a heavy shot. What's the reply here from Ben? Well, tucked it away, made it a bit better. He didn't add to it, but it's not bad in the end anyway. A real good little cluster of bowls here. The type that you'd expect from players of this quality and at this level. I really do think I might get a team in next year. I'll get Andrew to come down and do the commentary instead, and I'll stand there, and hopefully you won't have to see my face on the live stream, but I wouldn't mind having a go at this. It's one of the good games in the world where you do, in competitions like this, you can come up as a lower grade player even and play against the likes of Aaron Wilson and Carl Healy, Gary Willis. Show off a little bit. Oh, another good effort there by Ben. Look at the cluster of bowls there. All those orange bowls are fantastic. I'd quite happily clatter a big size 5 in the middle of them to move some stuff around. A big chaos bowl. Nick Cahill wanting some love. Not quite getting it. Rolling over the orange one. I don't think it's come in for another shot. Gary having a quick look. Now, I haven't updated that scoreboard. I don't have Peter here to tell me off. So that's the correct score there now. 16-8 after 14 ends. This is the final end. A perfect score from Gary Willis's team needed to tie this. It's all they can do. No extra ends. A draw for the Healy team would be kind of devastating, actually. Gary not getting the turn on that side, but look, that means that all of his bowls are either jack high, or essentially jack high or back. Take a big effort to move everything out of there, and impossible bowl with his last one, but strange things happen in bowls. Carl's crossing. Oh, he's moved that one up, hasn't hurt it. No damage. There's nothing on the tee for Gary Ellis either. He's not going to get the turn that side either. And through the hole. Well, Hands being shaken. We'll see what happens to Carl's bowl here. Looks like one at the moment to the Lucy Team Ellis, but no, Carl Healy does enough. Sits on the bowl, the orange bowl on the side there, and gets the one. So that's 17-8 in this game between some of the heavyweights of our competition, of our sport in general, in fact. In pretty horrible conditions for everyone involved. The start of this was, frankly, just disgusting. The weather is incredible. But, look, we've got the games in. We've got one more this afternoon. So very shortly, hopefully not too long, we'll have a short break. We'll come back with the next one. Peter Dive will be back with me again. I'm Benny Two Shoes. Thanks, everyone, for joining us for the Golden Fours at Cabramatta. We'll see you very soon.